have been coming to this island since I was 12 years old. It didn't take me long to realize the rich history it has here. When I bought this island in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream. The goal is not only to preserve the memories I made over those years, but to make new ones and to give others the opportunity to do the same. As we go through this process, it has become clear to me, we aren't just rebuilding an island, we're reviving a legend.
Well, what about me?
What about you, what?
Well, I thirsty too, you know.
You want to see all the water out there?
Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
After 66 steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Grand Bahama Chamber President questions the ease of doing business in Freeport. Plus, the GBPA Workers Union President raises labor concerns following comments made by the shipyard CEO.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
And welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Concerns tonight from the Grand Bahama business community about what they describe as growing red tape that is stifling investment on the island. President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Dylan Knoll, says doing business in Grand Bahama has become increasingly difficult with too many hurdles standing in the way of economic growth. The details in tonight's top story.
We create more roadblocks in the investment approval process.
Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Dylan Knoll says investors on the island are being forced to navigate what he describes as a maze of bureaucracy, with lengthy approval processes making it increasingly difficult to get projects off the ground. He argues that in Freeport, both the government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority maintain separate regulatory frameworks, a situation he says can negatively impact investment.
Getting the necessary approvals is a challenge. Opening a bank account as a corporate entity is a challenge. We have taken the Know Your Customer requirements to an extraordinary level of bureaucracy that our neighbors don't apply to themselves, even though they're the ones who push us into these things. And we just continue to pile on and pile on.
Knowles points to the 1955 Hawksbill Creek Agreement as a time when the island operated under a more streamlined system. Under that framework, he says, the Freeport area functioned as a one-stop shop for investors. Today, however, he says the process involves two separate layers.
Investors want certainty. They want to know that when they follow the process, they're going to get the result that you claim is available to them if they follow the process. They can't operate in an environment where they go to the first step and say and get a nod and then go to the next step and get a no. They don't know who to deal with, they don't know what to deal with, and they don't know how to deal with it.
He says it's time for stakeholders to revisit existing regulations and determine whether they truly support business growth or create unnecessary roadblocks, adding that policies are often implemented without reviewing whether they're helpful or harmful to economic activity.
We're continuing to make things more and more and more complex with no real gain to be seen at the end of the day, other than creating the complexity, okay? So we need to rethink the whole process. We need to rethink the rules. We need to figure out how do we make this more streamlined? How do we make it more encouraging and enticing for investors?
Now, in earlier reports, the Grand Bahama Port Authority has stated that it has programs specifically tailored to make doing business in Freeport easier. One of those initiatives is the Invest Grand Bahama Business Concierge Service, a white glove investment facilitation program launched in 2012. Designed to provide premium personalized support, the initiative assists all investors, whether Bahamian or international, who are seeking to start, relocate, or expand their business in Freeport. The service is extended without discrimination. In other news, residents in Grand Bahama are reacting to the announcement from the Bahamas Customs Department regarding the termination of the Special Economic Recovery Zone Order of 2019, specifically as it relates to vehicle imports. As Matthew Martinborough tells us, some expected the change, while others have expressed concerns.
The Bahamas Customs Department in Freeport has issued a notice advising the public that effective February 28, 2026, the Hurricane Dorian Exigency Order of 2019 relating to vehicle imports will officially come to an end. With the notice now made public, we spoke with residents to get their reaction. Some say the end of the order was expected and have accepted the upcoming change.
I can be honest with you, some things we have to live with, even though we may not like it.
5 years is a long time, but that was like.
Well, I had one of those forms back in 2019, and I feel like we all had enough time. We all had enough time to catch ourselves to use the forms, honestly.
Despite the relief having been in place for 6 years, some residents say they are sincerely concerned about those who may no longer be able to utilize the form, but still need the assistance.
Even people benefit from it. And at the end of the day, you know what it is for you could bring in a vehicle and a load that's not on your back. That's the sale. It work out for the best and they can work out for the worst.
6 years is not enough time because if you take a look at Grand Bahama right now, Grand Bahama still isn't where Grand Bahama should be since the storm. So no, 6 years isn't enough. They really need to give us some more time.
Well, hopefully the people who really needed it already got their car. But it will be unfortunate for the people who did need it for a car this year.
One resident in particular points to past vehicle import fraud cases that have affected many individuals over the years.
You know this, but you save up your money, and then you save up your money to go buy a car. Then someone come to you, say, hey, boy, I got one paper. So now in your mind, you saying, boy, I could save a couple dollars now. Then when it comes to find out the paper fraudulent, now you gotta pay. Listen to me, boy. I don't care, boy. When you get locked up, because the people just be doing foolishness on this road, boy. People just work hard, you know, boy. Yeah. But you know, people just work on this road, but.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, the popular ferry service, Valeria Caribbean, has returned to service following an extended dry dock maintenance period. In a statement to ZNS News, the company says its annual January maintenance was lengthened this year due to the scope of work being completed. Crews carried out upgrades to engine areas, propulsion and emergency systems, along with improvements across the cargo deck. Passenger areas were also enhanced, including new premium class carpeting, upgraded bathroom flooring, and improvements to onboard Wi-Fi and TV systems. Valeria acknowledges the inconvenience caused by the extension and says affected travelers will receive personalized apology letters. To assist passengers, extra sailings to Freeport Grand Bahama have been added, with the next date slated for Thursday, February 26. In addition to the regular Tuesday and Saturday service, the company says a special promotion for future travel will be announced soon.
And still to come.
Buckeye teams up with first responders for a fire safety initiative. We'll have that story, sports, and more when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison. It's your
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Put it in. Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs, presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Fire and safety professionals on Grand Bahama are better equipped after completing a 2-day fire prevention program hosted by Buckeye in partnership with the Ministry for Grand Bahama. Our Sherelle Dames tells us more in this report.
Bringing together firefighters and other first responders from across the island with a focus on fire prevention and safe response, Director of Operations at Buckeye Bahamas says after recent wildfires in 2025, it became clear that additional collaboration and guidance were needed.
Fortunately, we have a corporate support team that are experts within fire response. And so last year, whenever we were experiencing all of the wildfires here on Grand Bahama, I wanted to figure out how we can lean into our corporate resources and have them start reaching out to some of the experts within the broader community of fire response professionals.
Expert fire safety trainer at Buckeye, David Shaw, says with wildfires becoming more frequent, the goal is to help first responders use the resources they have more effectively.
California, I worked for 32 years on fires, but we don't need the same type of resources here. What my focus is to talk with the local jurisdictions about what the resources are, what their capabilities are here, and how they can use their resources that they have available to use the same tactics and strategies in the way that will best help the population across the entire island.
Buckeye fire protection trainer also clarifying a common misunderstanding that the company's fire truck can handle any type of fire.
Here at Buckeye, we have fire trucks, but they are designed specifically to handle industrial fires, not for fighting wildfires. They don't carry water, they carry foam to handle tank fires and other industrial fires. So without water, they're really not helpful directly.
For Buckeye Bahamas, this effort extends beyond their operation, providing first responders with practical training in fire prevention and response is an important investment in the island's safety. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
In other news, the Grand Bahama branch of Sigma Gamma Rho Incorporated presenting its annual Tub of Love donation to a young mother at Pierce Plaza. The basket, filled with essential baby items such as clothing, wipes, and towels, aims to encourage mothers to attend prenatal checkups and ensure the health of both mother and child. Life leader Elsina Duncombe shares the love and care behind this special gift.
At this clinic, we presented at all of the other clinics, presenting necessary baby items to an expecting mother. So that's what that's one of our programs, and that's what we normally do. And we also took the opportunity because we know nothing can be done without our doctors, and they're right behind us. So we wanted to show our appreciation for them as well, and so we provided a little care. This is a project close to my heart because I had a preterm baby. My child was born 3 months, 12 weeks premature, and so I know how important it is for mothers to get the necessary care they need before they have a baby. So we minimize, birth defects and, all sorts of things.
Paris Plaza nurse manager Michelle Wright explains the impact of such initiatives and emphasizes the vital role of community involvement during these important moments.
The patient, she was very appreciative of the basket. So the initiatives like this assist us in allowing patients to come to the clinic, and we, at every visit, we enforce the importance of antenatal care.
Switching gears now, bullying in schools is causing mental health challenges among students, including anxiety, depression, and in some cases, suicidal thoughts. Educators and students alike say stronger communication at home and early intervention at school are key to protecting young people. Our Shalia Roll has that report.
Standing up to bullying remains a growing priority for educators as counselors warn that its effect can extend far beyond the classroom, impacting students' mental health, confidence, and overall well-being. These bullying concerns present themselves in many forms throughout the school.
You can create any account to target someone and not necessarily identify that it's you. So it's even difficult for us to kind of pinpoint who it is and be accurate with it, because anyone can say, that's not me, I didn't create that account, that's a fake account. So it makes it more tasking for us to really kind of deal with who the bully is. So we kind of focus more on the victim in any instance.
Danik Kemp, guidance counselor at Jack Hayward Junior High School, says students who experience bullying often face significant emotional and psychological strain. These cases are frequently brought to counselors who work to intervene and prevent further harm while also engaging parents to ensure students are supported beyond the classroom. They note there is only so much schools can do without consistent support at home.
It comes to bullying in the schools and the victim, we really try to meet with them more often. We try to empower them to stay strong. Especially when it comes to suicidal thoughts, we have to address the suicide ideation of it first. So we ask questions to see the level of severity.
Students say bullying remains visible in schools, appearing in different forms even when they are not personally targeted. They add that many victims struggle in silence and the impact on mental health can be severe.
Bullying looked like to me in my school is social bullying where children started getting children peer pressure by talking verbally, by talking bad about them. It comes in various different forms and I've seen it a few times. I would say social bullying, I'd say physical bullying, and verbal bullying.
One student shared her own experience of being bullied in elementary school, describing how it left her self-conscious and damaged her self-esteem. She says support from friends and family helps her overcome the difficult period.
Close friends and family always encouraging me, always believing in me, and telling me to never give up.
School officials are now urging parents to maintain open lines of communication with their children, reminding them that young people often carry complex emotions they are not yet equipped to manage. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Adeline Forbes. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope you enjoy your day. And that's a look at stories making news. Sports comes your way next, but don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Wait, I thought you was lying, but...
Wait, I never is joking here for real.
I didn't know he was here.
He is here. He in the village. It's like they won't think away.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no more guessing, no more speculating, no more assuming. Yours truly, Tico T, a.k.a. Freeport's Minister of Music. I'm here on the all-new Power 104.5, the fun station. So y'all know what to do. Y'all lock in with me, and let's have a good time, all right? The all-new Power 104.5.
The all-new Power 104.5 FM. The fun station.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sportscape, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Skylar Smith and Nia Belton are pre-qualifiers for the Carifta Swim Championship set to take place over in Martinique. Now, both ladies are happy, but definitely not remaining complacent.
I feel good, honored. It's always a blessing to be this far up in my age group and to be known as one of the top athletes in the country and in the region and the Caribbean. So I feel good about that. I dropped time in 2 events. And so I think that we are progressing in a relatively good way and that we will be ready.
I've really worked on how aggressive I come off the wall in my turns and my underwaters and my pull, which I've seen has helped a lot when it comes to my races. I'm looking forward to making more time so that when it comes to picking that team, I'm definitely a name that they see a lot.
Crossing over the hoops, Grand Bahama is expected to play host to the Bahamas Basketball Federation's National Round Robin Tournament. The action will commence April 16th to the 18th at the St. George's Gymnasium, and the Grand Bahama Basketball Association President, Eugene O'Bain, is fired up.
We have a few islands that have already committed. I think it was Bimini, Andros, North and South Andros, Eleuthera, Exuma, and Abaco, as well as Nassau coming down. Grand Bahama is going to be represented quite well. We plan to have an A-League team, have A-League teams and B-League teams in the league. So we're gonna have a nice season this year. So when the other islands come, yeah, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a show. We're gonna put on a spectacle for the whole of the Bahamas to see.
And finally, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association announcing its slate of elected officers for the 2026-2027 season. Stefano Bevins returns as president. Janacio Saunders backs him up as vice. Carleen McPhee and Amber Baston will serve as your pair of secretaries. And Jerome Clark returns as fast pitch chairman. Newly elected officers include Leon Andrews as treasurer, Lisa Ariscar as assistant treasurer, and Gwen Simonet as corporate chairman. Opening night for the 2026 season is slated for May 1st with fast pitch action. And that's your sports fix for this evening, everybody. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your check on the local weather forecast is next.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs, presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep grandma.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I am ready.
Are
I am ready. I am ready.
Ready or not, it's here. That's right, the biggest gospel show with me, Uncle T Baby Boy, on 8:10 a.m. That's right, interviews, greatest songs, praise and worship. It's going to be exciting. We're going to take the Bahamas to the world and bring the world to the Bahamas.
You know that it's been the 8 o'clock hour. That means it's time for the morning run mix. Better known as PJ alongside DJ Future, right? Call me up right now.
DJ Future, this is what you know. I'm locked in. I'm on your run this morning. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Override. Override.
I got you. I got you.
The morning run mix with DJ Future. Power 104.5 FM.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Planning the execution of a newscast is serious business. From the assignment to the concept of the story, everything has to be precise, on point, always. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, is your trusted news service. We get it right the first time. Our preparation for you each night is done with care, knowing that our voices will reach you on 700 islands and keys with unquestionable accuracy. It gives me great pleasure each night to say,
welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm your national anchor, Mukesh Lapinder.
Every second matters. Every possession counts. The road to glory begins here. Tune into live coverage of the 2026 Hugh Campbell Basketball Championship, Monday, February 23rd at 9 p.m. on the ZNS Radio and Television Network and streaming on our YouTube and Facebook platforms.
Let's go home. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. We don't like basketball.
When I first introduced the program to them, some of them was reluctant at first that I don't know about agriculture, I don't know anything about farming.
The young man mentioned trauma that they experienced, that they saw the gardening as an escape.
So we need to ensure that our young men are exposed to initiatives that could improve their skills.
That's taking social services to the people, Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. on ZNS Television.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the government finalizes a nearly $30 million Harborside hospital deal. Plus, a win for the local public health care sector. The Bahamas only the second in the Caribbean to lock down a highly sought-after diagnostic lab. And tensions brewing between the government and customs and immigration officers. Find out what's at the center of the standoff. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A long-anticipated agreement has officially crossed the finish line. Amaya Moss has the details of a deal aimed at strengthening public health care's capacity.
Last December, the government began efforts to purchase the inpatient facility of Harborside Hospital, previously operated by Doctors Hospital on East Bay Street. Tonight, Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, confirmed that the facility has been secured for $29 million. He outlined that the agreement has been structured as a lease-to-own purchase agreement with payments listed through the Bahamas International Securities Exchange healthcare provider for over approximately 120 months. Dr. Darville says the acquisition is part of a broader strategy to address aging hospital infrastructure across the country, particularly within Princess Margaret Hospital.
I'm pleased to report that the lower portion of the legacy ward will be the new dialysis unit, and all of the equipment for the new dialysis unit has already been purchased and should be in the country probably before the end of April. And so you'll see where we go ahead and award a contract for the renovation of the dialysis unit and by extensions the eye ward and then all of course the adolescent unit. So the renovations is ongoing.
Minister Darville acknowledged that much of the hospital's infrastructure is in urgent need of modernization and expansion, noting that capacity constraints in outdated facilities have placed increasing strain on the healthcare system. He revealed that a formal announcement is expected within the next 14 days.
We want to start the demolition in the kitchen section of the Princess Margaret Hospital immediately. But because of its proximity to the maternity, we need to remove the maternity ward to another location because you can't renovate and operate. Once that's done, we will be able to start the immediate demolition. And very shortly, we'll be inviting the press to do a tour with us at the new Harborside Hospital, a part of the Princess Margaret Hospital.
He states that the purchase is a long-term investment, not only in infrastructure, but in restoring confidence in public healthcare delivery. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Meantime, a quiet revolution taking place in local cardiac care. What was once required a plane ticket and precious time overseas can now be done right here at home. And as Altaviz Munnings explains, for Bahamians, it could mean the difference between life and death.
Doctors Hospital Health System has officially ushered the Bahamas into a new era of cardiovascular care with the opening of its state-of-the-art cardiac catheterization laboratory. Patients suffering from heart blockages, valve complications, and life-threatening arrhythmias no longer have to endure the stress, cost, and uncertainty of overseas medical travel. The lab's being led by a team of cardiologists and supported by advanced and imaging technology, reducing recovery time and improving diagnostic precision. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darwell, says in a time of global economic uncertainty and medical travel disruptions, acute care services like this strengthens the backbone of the country's health infrastructure, ensuring Bahamians receive critical intervention without unnecessary transfers or delays.
In the Bahamas, we spend in South Florida alone close to $250 million in healthcare services. It's time, Dr. Diggers and Doctors Hospital, to bring a lot of these resources back into the country and allow Bahamians to utilize these sophisticated services here on the island.
Interventional cardiologist Dr. Ran Elias, who administered the lab's first successful procedure earlier this month, underscored that this is more than a facility upgrade. It's a strategic investment in national resilience.
Patients who previously were deemed to be very, very ill or even sometimes dying of these events are now able to walk home after 3-4 days in the hospital. But it's not only the heart. We can do procedures for the brain. We can do procedures on any other organ, essentially. And this is a big deal. This is a game changer in that term. So this is... Again, this is leading technology not only here in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean region. This is global. These are the best systems that are available.
For patients and families impacted by cardiovascular and vascular conditions, the message is simple. Help is closer than ever before. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Also tonight, more on those energy deals released by the government yesterday, some of them proving how Bahamas Power and Light is protected if power providers fail to deliver. The power purchase agreement signed with EA Energy Limited sets strict performance standards for electricity generation. If those targets are not met, the supplier can be required to pay financial compensation known as performance guarantee damages. Now, the contract also includes penalties tied to project delays and capacity shortfalls aimed at reducing risk to BPL and ultimately its consumers. The agreement makes BPL the exclusive buyer of electricity from the facility and gives the utility control over metering systems to ensure accurate measurement of power output. Another EA Energy agreement involves Crown land on Abaco for the development and operation of a solar facility, a battery energy storage system known as BESS, and a gas facility. Importantly, the arrangement is directly tied to a power purchase agreement with BPL, meaning the lease remains valid only as long as the broader energy agreement remains in force. And speaking of BPL, the power giants sending another team of experts to Jamaica to assist with power restoration efforts there following the impact of last October's monster Hurricane Melissa. The power packing storm left behind catastrophic damage to Jamaica's infrastructure. BPL's Chief Operating Officer, Anthony Christie, says the local team includes experts from New Providence and the Family Islands.
We're sending our best guys, our experts, and they're going to do a good job in helping Jamaica restore. And I'm sure they'll make good progress and they'll come back with some good experience and good stories to share on our behalf. And we stress to them that they're representing the Bahamas and BPL, and they must do their best and ensure that they represent well.
This is the second team BPL sent to assist with Jamaica's restoration efforts. The first, comprising 7 specialists, was deployed last November. Team leader Kendall Roll and foreman Paul Curry say they're looking forward to assisting their Jamaican counterparts.
People are dependent on us to restore light to their life. So we are indeed grateful for the opportunity. I will have to stress the concern of safety as it relates to making sure me and my team are safe and that we work safely throughout this 5 weeks that we are scheduled down there in West Milan.
As you go there, you have to get adjusted to their system and their way of doing things. It is not done the way we do it, but it's similar in terms of electrical principles being enforced, and they are very serious about their safety.
CARICOM Chair and St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister Terence Drew is said to have had frank and forward-looking discussions with Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis and his team during his brief visit here this week. Those talks focused on pressing issues affecting the region. The talks taking place ahead of the 50th regular meeting of CARICOM heads of government, scheduled for February 24th through the 27th. Since becoming CARICOM Chair, Prime Minister Drew has met face-to-face with the Prime Ministers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica and Grenada. Meantime, the Prime Minister is expected to leave for CARICOM, our Prime Minister that is, this weekend. Well, the Coalition of Independents and Barnabas candidate drops out the race. In a brief statement on Facebook Friday, Valentino McKenzie told the people of St. Barnabas, "It's been an honor to walk this journey with you. Today, I'm letting you know I will no longer be in the race." McKenzie adding, "I deeply appreciate your support and belief in me. Though I'm stepping back, I'll always stand for our community." Well, ZNS News reached out to COI leader Lincoln Bain, who confirms the move, explaining that it was a party decision.
There's been some personal issues, health issues that McKenzie has had, and so the council decided that it would be best to let him deal with his issues and have the party move forward.
Bain says McKenzie has great potential and has a lot to offer the country. As for his replacement, the COI leader says the party has already moved forward in that regard.
Yes, we have had more than 100 persons apply for candidacies in this election, and I can say that the council has already ratified another candidate, and that person will be announced on Tuesday.
Coming up, growing unrest on the labor scene. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us. Just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Forget them flower, forget them check. You know it's Tommy, get the respect. AP is hungry, sitting close. Breeze on your lip, that's how I know. You is my person, that ain't no secret. You sharing, I might keep it. Love buckets.
8 tasty pieces of chicken, thighs and legs for just $20. Add a large side for $5. This February, love deserves a bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
This Earl will surprise you.
All the wrong places.
This Earl is smoother than the best.
Looking for love.
This Earl is fresher than the rest.
Looking for love.
Keep this Earl by your side.
All the wrong faces.
And I got to keep on searching, 'cause this ain't love.
Smooth, steady, and always ready. Made for moments that sizzle. Your secret to keeping it golden. Jar Car Cooking Earl, the best of Bahamian.
Welcome to the Nassau Yacht Club, where a lot of junior sailors are getting prepared for the
Stand no more. You're senior, I junior.
And on the sheet, it's probably going to be light wind for the Durwood Knolls Regatta, pulling the boats through the tacks. Right, make sure I control it.
Like, you know, sail. Send it over them.
All right, guys, that's the plan. Let's sail.
Before we stand. Sedor Knolls went gone in 64. Now we sailing at Monaco for sure.
You're looking at a shot there of the Sidney Poitier Bridge connecting the city of Nassau to Paradise Island, and that shot courtesy of drone pilot Shane Gibson Jr. Thanks, Shane. Welcome back. The Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union taking direct aim at the government, calling out what it describes as flawed promotions, unpaid overtime, outstanding appointments, and a lack of respect for officers they say are delivering record-breaking results. Our Leah Cooper has the details in this next report.
The Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union up in arms over various labor issues. During a press conference on Friday, the union accuses both of the Customs and Immigration departments of serious failures, from flawed promotions to unpaid overtime and insurance policy confusion.
This is not something that they should have to beg for. This is what they've worked for and deserve. This union has made a concerted attempt to reach out to the Minister of Immigration, and he made an equally concerted attempt to not meet with us.
Emails and letters obtained by ZNS News directed to Immigration Minister the Honorable Alfred Sears, Permanent Secretary Ellison Greenslade, and Public Services Minister the Honorable Pia Glover Roll date as far back as July 2025. The union president, Darren Brooks, says they remain unanswered. In Customs, Brooks claims there was no formal communication about who would be promoted or when.
A number of persons, dozens, hundreds, are awaiting promotions, but a small promotion list was released.
ZNS News reached out to Public Service Minister the Honorable Pia Glover Roll. She says this.
Public Service has no outstanding matters for Bahamas Customs, Immigration and Allied Workers Union that I'm aware of. On Wednesday, he sent me a message asking about outstanding promotions for immigration and customs. I directed him to the permanent secretary of the ministry. She has not heard from him. They have also also been given direct access to the team leaders at the Ministry of Public Service for both Customs and Immigration. I've just been advised they have not heard from them.
The union still insists, though, that there's a list of outstanding promotions awaiting processing. Attempts to get a response from Immigration Minister the Honorable Alfred Sears was unsuccessful up to news time, and attempts for a formal response from Economic Affairs Minister the Honorable Michael Halkitis has also proven fruitless. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, 9 Haitian nationals appearing before Assistant Chief Magistrate Cara Turnquest DeVoe today, 8 of them admitting to overstaying their time in the country, while the other pleaded guilty to illegal landing. The group fined between $300 and $3,000 and sentenced from 1 month to a year at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Just yesterday, the Department of Immigration deported 127 Haitian nationals, including 95 men and 32 women. Prior to this, another 15 Haitian nationals appeared before Magistrate Abigail Farrington in Magistrates Court number 6. Of the 15, 13 were convicted of overstaying and 2 illegal landing. They were also fined and sentenced. Well, in other news tonight, as the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services battles overcrowding, National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Munro says greater use of sentencing is one avenue being explored under the Conditional Release of Offenders Bill. This could include house arrest, allowing individuals to only go to work and church, while otherwise being confined to the home if they are non-violent offenders.
Short-term sentences would destroy a life. Could you imagine somebody for non-violent offense gets sentenced to 12 months? In 12 months, you will lose your job, Somebody who's marginal will lose where they're living, and they may lose their social circumstances and come out 12 months later. The prison will not be able to have a sentence plan for you to be engaged any sort of rehabilitation. And so you lose your job, you lose your livelihood, you don't have any rehabilitative programs. You would give judges another tool to use in punishing persons.
Munro, who addressed the issue on the sidelines of the Alive Business Cybersecurity Summit Thursday, also shared that the legislation is in the final stage of consultation. When asked if the bill would be presented in Parliament before the Davis administration's term ends, the minister only says they're actively working on it.
For a little political fun, that may be a very good reason for when the time comes. Another reason to return this government so that we can finish the work that we have started in the construction of the new prison, the construction of the new virtual court, and this next piece of rehabilitative reform.
Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation and Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper is denying claims of a link to disgraced American financier and child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In a statement, the DPM branded the claims completely false, pointing to what he described as clear errors in a document being shared on social media, including incorrect calendar dates that he says cast doubt on its authenticity. The Exuma and Ragged Island MP is adamant he has never met or communicated with Epstein, who died by suicide in his cell back in 2019 and has never received any campaign contributions from him or anyone connected to him. He also urged the public to be cautious about unverified material, warning that AI-generated content and fabricated screenshots are increasingly common during election seasons. There is the added warning that knowingly spreading false information may constitute criminal libel under the law. Well, an investigation underway after a runway lighting issue impacted an emergency medical flight into Exuma Wednesday. The island's MP, Chester Cooper, says preliminary investigations confirmed there were routine checks of runway lights at sundown and the lights were operable at the time. Unfortunately, though, the individual needing the flight died. The minister says he has requested that the Civil Aviation Authority conduct a full investigation into what occurred, adding that the well-being of Exuma residents and the traveling public are of the highest priority. Minister Cooper says he has also reached out and offered condolences to the family of the deceased.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, but.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
It's 242 Day. Proud to be Bahamian. February 24th, 242 Day. Represent your Bahamian pride on 242 Day. Wear your national flag colors or Bahamian prints. Enjoy delicious Bahamian dishes, rake and scrape with Bahamian music, art, and entertainment all day long. Corporate Bahamas, representing your national colors. Be sure to post those photos with hashtag 242 Day. Hashtag Celebrate Bahamas. 242 Day, February 24th.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Top achievers in the 2025 national exams got their moment to shine on Monday as the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training celebrated the best in the country. And that's students from both public and private schools. Speaking at an award ceremony at Greater Bethel Cathedral, Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, encouraged the scholars to continue to put their best foot forward. The minister says the exam results will open doors of access to tertiary education and scholarship opportunities.
I take this opportunity to encourage all of the young people here present to continue to press towards the mark. Sharpen your focus, bolster your resolve, and believe that with God, all things are possible. But remember to keep a steady pace so that you never feel overwhelmed, and always seek to maintain balance in your lives. Keep a sense of humor in the mix. Laughter, in the words of Milton Berle, is an instant vacation.
The Education Minister also highlighted that the two most outstanding awards in the BGCSE exams went to females, Exante Ferguson from Queen's College and Maya Boodoo from NGM Major High School.
I want to congratulate the schools, public and private. Excuse my enthusiasm in certain regards, but all of them. We congratulate every single young person who is being honored today that produced these fine students, these schools. I want to thank their teachers and administrators, the support staff, their parents, and the extended village support. The high success of these young people is a measure of pride to the entire nation.
Well, we echo the sentiments of the minister and extend a hearty congratulations to all the scholars. Well, Valentine's and Mardi Gras may have come and gone, but Royce and Emeralina are still keeping the vibes going over in Access Now. Guys?
Well, Makushla, you know it's Entertainment Friday, so we've got Cupid in the house. He's going to be performing for us. He's going to be talking a little bit about, we're hearing whispers about potentially a new album coming out. We're going to see what we can pull out of him.
Always excited for Entertainment Friday. And of course, we got art, murals, as well as marriage counseling coming up in the show tonight. That plus a lot of excitement going into the weekend with all things carnival related coming off that high with Trinidad and Tobago having their carnival. So all things excited, all things mass.
Yeah, stay tuned.
And always a good show over there in Access Now. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili, garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn down the heat for you. Ghost pepper wings. What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Ghost pepper wings.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. You may know us for having the largest online catalog in the Bahamas, but what you may not know is we also have access to over 1 million products through our special order program. If you're looking for something and you can't find it on our website, so long as it's hardware or home improvement related, just let us know. We'll add it to our catalog. You can make the purchase and it'll be here in as little as 10 to 14 days.
Young men across the country gather, all in an effort to challenge perspective and inspire purpose.
Plus, we take a look at an ongoing mural project which is covering all corners of the country. Those details straight ahead.
Also, a preview of the 3rd annual Marriage, Family, and Sustainability Movement Organization Conference, which is just days away. Stay close for that.
And in sports, the 42nd Hugh Campbell basketball tournament into its stretch run.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this Access to Entertainment Friday. I'm Royson Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Now, you may have heard a loud boom last night, and if you did, that was the Falcon 9 re-entering the atmosphere and landing. Meanwhile, the region is still buzzing after Carnival this week in Trinidad and Tobago, where the road was alive with mass, music, and more energy than 2 cans of Red Bull. Of course, that energy is rippling throughout the Caribbean.
And tonight, that celebration continues closer to home as masqueraders prepare to unveil their costumes at launch events happening tonight. It's that time of year where creativity kind of just takes center stage.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. From the skies to the road ahead. Let's dive right into the news. For 2 days behind the gates of Government House, something powerful is unfolding. A gathering of young men from across the country brought together in conference designed to challenge perspectives and inspire purpose. Amaya Moss tells us more tonight.
The Governor General's 2nd annual Boys Retreat featured workshops and speeches. It also enforced the message that breaking cycles and teaching young men that strength is not measured in silence, but in self-control, and that they are not alone in the battles they fight behind closed doors. Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Cynthia Pratt, stood before the young men, not only in her official position, but as a mother figure to many. She made a heartfelt plea to the young men to refuse to allow poverty, pain, or peer pressure, or even past mistakes to define their future, and to rise not just for applause, but for purpose.
And for the next 2 days, we're going to be with you. And we want you to talk to us. Let me know what's troubling you. Let me know what we can do to cause it to change. Because you came from different homes. You're going to return to different homes. But we won't be with you. You must know why you've come. What did they say to me that caused me to see life differently? Instead of being a nuisance in the community, I'm going to be a member of the community.
And for the young men, hope, quiet but present, began to take root.
I feel as this retreat is going to make me change the way I see my life and the way I act towards my parents in school, and maybe just make me an overall better person in my community.
It's helped me control my emotions and helped me get through the pain I always kept inside.
I think this is going to help us in the future with better jobs, because I'm really happy there that she's interested in our future.
And while the gates of Government House will close by day's end, organizers hope the doors opened within these young men will remain open for a lifetime. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Thanks, Amaya. Well, efforts to continue the appreciation and creation of Bahamian authentic art is a labor of love, according to the curatorial director at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas. In this next report, our Lloyd Allen shares on their ongoing mural project, which may have already visited a neighborhood near you, in an effort to take art into all corners of the country so that each Bahamian understands that art is everywhere.
It's literally like a time capsule, potluck. The exhibit right here at the National Art Gallery that continues to tell the Bahamian story through vibrant images and messages spanning over the 1970s and 80s, iconic to the Bahamian story. But fast forward to today, curatorial director here at NAGB, Jody Minisrole, says NAGB continues with a strong message of art and community, taking it from the four walls into your home.
At the NAGB, within the Villa Doyle,
which is an historic building that I believe that it was constructed in 1862. So it's quite a beautiful colonial building that we're in. We have 4 different exhibition spaces.
There is the project space as well as the permanent exhibition, all of which highlight Bahamian art, authentic and vibrant.
We have a beautiful exhibition by Eddie Minnis called Potluck, which is an exhibition of his editorial cartoons from the 70s and the 80s. And then right across from that, we have our Double Dutch, which is a platform that puts Bahamian artists and Caribbean artists in dialogue.
However, an exciting extension to their work is the mural project.
Since the inception of the NAGB, one of the things that is kind of mandated is that we take art outside of the space into the communities. Right. So the mural project is just one way that we do that. And we also work with different schools and organizations to create murals for their schools as well. So it's just about us bringing art back into the community, creating a collaborative space also for us to work with students and different artists to create the murals and also give us, you know, just to make art accessible.
Education officer Enaway Harris-Smith has been instrumental in assisting the gallery's education unit, that effort traveling like a zephyr throughout the archipelago. Harris-Smith says that immersion also takes place on islands outside of New Providence.
Overall, the kids are very excited when we come because usually a lot of times, a lot of things are usually Nassau-centric. And us coming there, you know, very excited. They want to learn more about art. And we always get received with a warm welcome.
And as there are numerous projects active at any given time, the gallery remains centered on its primary goal.
I think the call to action would be to invest in spaces like the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, which is dedicated to preserving, educating, and interpreting our historic and contemporary Bahamian art.
For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Keep up the incredible work. Thanks so much, Lloyd. Now to a story of hope. Not every broken marriage ends in a courtroom. Some unravel quietly at the dinner table in separate bedrooms and conversations that stopped happening long ago. This coming Monday, February 23rd, between 9:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., a space is being created for those silent struggles to be confronted and no longer hidden. The 3rd annual Marriage, Family, and Sustainability Movement Organization Conference will take place at the Fox Hill Community Center under the theme More Family Fix in 2026. An initiative focused on helping estranged spouses and families rebuild what they feel has been fractured. Organizers describe the upcoming conference as paramount, noting that strong families do not happen by chance. They require intention, education, and community support.
It is said that for the lack of knowledge and understanding, the people perish. And so we often feel that we have all the knowledge and, you know, all of the skills and tools, but sadly that is not the case. And so my plea to everyone, from, you know, the head to the head of our nation and other nations, and to the child who we know scripturally that we will learn from, that they work to embrace the knowledge, the skills and the tools to be able to be better family leaders.
Now, the goal of the conference is simple yet urgent, helping couples move from disconnection to a new direction and from uncertainty to possible stability.
The participants will be able to gain the skills, the knowledge, the tools, because although we think we know it, there's always more to learn. And with something so important as the family being the basic unit of our society, we need to take the time to invest the time, I should say, in ensuring that we have all of the knowledge and the insights necessary, because this will be foundational to whatever we want to do in terms of gaining power.
Still to come, we speak with Cupid before he performs live in studio. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean has your Access weather forecast for the weekend. So stay close.
Follow the savings and head to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets for super specials like Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, 15 ounces, $1.69. American Spice lemon or lime juice, 32 ounces, $1.69. Robin Hood flour, 5.5 pounds, $5.29. Yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $2.99. Baby back spare ribs, $2.99 per pound. From store to store, no one saves you more than Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
The Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, in conjunction with the Ministry of Labor, is hosting a job fair at the ministry's headquarters on Friday, the 20th of February, and Saturday, the 21st of February, 2026, from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. in its quest to provide access to a quality, holistic, and globally competitive education. The ministry seeks qualified, committed, and trained teachers, teachers' aides, and special services personnel to fulfill its mandate. Serious applicants are invited to come out and bring all original copies of their credentials and government-issued IDs as we seek to reach every child in every classroom, in every school in our country. See you at the fair.
It's time for your access weather forecast and our satellite pictures showing some low-level clouds over parts of the northwest and central Bahamas. But then there is a frontal system approaching northern Florida. That front is expected to go through the northwest Bahamas late on Sunday night, and it promises to bring a cool, chilly temperatures that come early next week. So brace yourself for some nice wintry temperatures. And then your boating forecast tonight unfolding like this, not bad at all. Light and variable winds with flat seas. High tide takes place at 9:59 tonight. And then for the central islands, the wind southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet in the southeastern islands. East to southeast winds 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights around 3 to 5 feet with a moderate chop in place. So we're asking small craft to exercise a bit of caution in the southeast Bahamas tonight. And then as we take you into Saturday in the northwestern islands, the winds become southerly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide, that will take place at 10:19 in the morning with a low tide at 4:29 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands tomorrow, southeasterly flow, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And on Sunday, just ahead of that front, the winds become southwest at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights unchanged at 2 to 4 feet. Now the high tide on Sunday will take place at 11:01 in the morning with a low tide at 5:16 in the afternoon. In the central islands, light and variable winds, flat seas. In the southeastern islands, southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
I say 1 plus 1 is 11. They say we living in a dark, dark world, but I tell them say all good don't go to heaven. Sweat, love, and taste, toiling all day. Watch as you grow, friends and family drift away.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
Thanks, Basil. Well, it's Entertainment Friday, and tonight we're joined by musical artist Cupid. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access now.
Glad to be here, all the way from Arkansas.
There you go. Now,
back.
For any viewers who are meeting you for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also about your music?
Well, Cupid, I've been around since on the scene from 2009. Many people might be familiar with the first song, Bus Driver, Why You Act Like That, $1.25. And I've evolved over the years, had many songs on the radio. You heard about DEA, you heard about Stupid Visor, most notably, Give Me My Culture. And so, took a break, did some schooling for a few years, many years. So now I'm back. I'm glad to be here on Access Now and to introduce myself to new fans and recollect with the old fans.
And get this next chapter rolling.
Get this next chapter rolling in my music. Yeah.
Now, speaking of this next chapter, a little birdie told us you have a new album on the way, so it must be a very exciting time. Can you tell us about that?
So the new album is called Goatskin and Glory, and Goatskin and Glory is an album about transformation. In our culture, the goatskin drum goes through a preparation before it can become a drum, right? And it's stretched beyond imaginable, and it's tightened. It's put through fire before it can produce rhythm, and it's a note to life. You know, we all go through our seasons of stretching and getting put through fire. So this album is more about bringing that transformation to my musical career as an evolution of who Cupid was and who Cupid is now.
Okay.
So it's about turning confidence into culture and pressure into purpose. And the album is diverse where it could give you a piece of everything. And I'm just excited to bring this evolution to the table. Like I say, the album, there's a track for everybody. It cannot be boxed in, so to speak.
Nice. Now, speaking of the tracks, which tracks are you going to be performing for us tonight? Can you tell us a little bit about those songs?
Well, the first track, Hurt Me With The Music, is, you hear it on the radio now, it's getting good feedback. That's an introduction to the entire album. And the other track is Footwork. I wanted to bring a part of the album that, everybody could kind of relate to. It's a fun, it's a kind of dancing instructions kind of song, and I just put my twist to it. When we go to these performances of Rake and Scrape, sometimes it's all about the foot, right? You see people doing their own thing with their footwork, and so I wrote a song reference to that, and I think people are going to love that one.
We can't wait to see it. We're going to see it a little bit later in the show, but for now, it's time for us to turn things over to Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Win or go home. It was elimination Thursday at day 4 of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go.
Need technical support? We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles talking sports. It was win or go home elimination Thursday on day 4 at the 2026 Hugh Campbell basketball tournament at the AF Adderley Gymnasium. Let's take a look at the highlights. First up on the slate, Grandmama champ St. George is hoping to bounce back after a surprising opening day loss to Westminster. The Jags taking on Isbet. Jared Coakley here in transition. He had 6 on the night. Highlights few and far in between on that side, as this one was all Georges from start to finish. Jags working the ball around the perimeter. Randy Miller with the triple. He had 6. The story of the game, though, this was the Makai Nesbitt show. Gets the steal here for the easy 2. Jags in transition. Nesbitt cuts through the middle and finished with this right-hand scoop layup. He would finish with a game-high 18 points, and the Jaguars would cruise to the 70-25 win. Game 2, Blazer Elite out of Grand Bahama in the white taking on the Telios Cherubim in the black and gold. This one would be a seesaw affair going down to the wire. Telios on offense, Dion Roll with this rainbow three-pointer here to put the Cherubim up. Roll in transition, misses the layup, but Dario Toussaint cleans it up for 2. Blazer Elite off the steal in transition. Bradley Bernard with a two-handed stuff. Bernard again sneaking out past the defense for this easy bucket. Is only 2 baskets on the night. To the 4th, Telios on offense rolled with another high-arcing triple. This would cut the lead to 1 with under a minute to go. But Blazer Elite in transition. Ashley Williams would get the miss and go up strong for 2 and the foul. He would sing the free throw as well. Williams with a game-high 19 points. Blazer Elite living to fight another day. They would survive this one 38-34. Third game of the night, Agape out of Abaco taking on the 8 Mile Rock Blue Jays. And, well, this one was over before it started. Someone get BPL on the line because the Eagles would shoot the lights out the gym. Back-to-back triples here. Their swarming defense made it seem like they had an extra defender on the court at all times. They would force 35 turnovers en route to a dominant 74-36 win. In the nightcap, basketball and the results of the final game secondary as the Sunland Baptist Academy Stingers and the Bahamian basketball community at large mourning the passing of the matriarch of that program, one of the most prominent figures in Bayman basketball history, in Bonnie Baisden, who passed away Thursday morning. The former coach was a constant fixture at the Hugh Campbell tournament over the past years, even with her health struggles. Prior to the tip, the committee, players, and fans reflected in a moment of silence to honor Baisden's legacy and contributions to the sport. Playing with heavy hearts, the Stingers would face the Jack Hayward Wildcats. They would come out firing on all cylinders, perhaps playing with a sense of greater purpose. That inspired brand of basketball would see the Stingers knock out the Wildcats, winning the game 37-22. Head coach Jay Philippe speaks on the team's resolve and playing after suffering such an immense personal loss.
Today is one of the most difficult days I've had in my life. Bonnie Baisden was more than just a coach or mentor or a friend. She was my second mother. My biological mom often joked around and said that Bonnie was my mom. You know, Bonnie kind of adopted me from I was the age 16 years old when I moved to Grand Bahama in the 12th grade. And she's been everything to me. I said it earlier today. I became a man in her presence. I was able to grow as a young man. I was able to gain the things that I needed as a young man to become successful in life. And she taught me a lot of principles and morals that would make me a very good citizen in this country. And so today was very difficult. We came out here as a team. We wasn't sure if we was going to play today because it was so difficult for these players to kind of put things into perspective. We lost a very important piece of our puzzle. But when I thought about it, knowing Bonnie's fight recently, she was sick for a few years now, and she would have told us to play. You know, the one thing she wants is she's a fighter, and we wanted to portray that today and continue to come out there and fight, and I'm glad we was able to get a win today.
Basketball not only being played in the capital, yesterday also the first day of the 36th edition of the North Long Island High Basketball Jamboree. Our Eugene Stewart is in Millers Park and filed this report.
Millers Park coming alive last night for the tip-off of the 34th edition of the North Long Island High Basketball Jamboree, this year in honor of the life and legacy of Amari Miller. We hear from organizer Jermaine Turkey Adley, who says this year is the comeback.
We took a break last year, circumstances beyond our control, so we call this one the comeback. It is through the community that we're able to do this, and this year we're honoring Amari Miller, a player that we lost tragically in December, and we're doing this one for him. We're coming back, and we came back strong with 7 schools, inclusive of Inagua in the south, Grand Bahama in the north, and our usual San Salvador. The 2 schools from Long Island also came, and 2 schools out of Andres.
For the first game of the night, it would be the NGM Major Wildcats up against the Caciques of San Salvador Central High. NGM would get out to a slow start against the Caciques, but managed to turn this one around, taking the W 31-17.
We started out very strong, and then I kind of feel that we were losing our momentum a little bit, but afterwards we still finished strong in the end. Our defense is a little shaky in the beginning, but we managed to pick up on it, and then from there it's just smooth sailing.
For Game 2, it was a battle between hometown heroes North Long Island High and the Big Yard, South Andres High. South Andres would get out to an early 7-0 lead by halftime and would maintain it all the way for the close victory, 20-15. Now, as for Aaron Roll and the boys, they say this championship is going back to the Big Yard.
Let the game come to them, control the tempo of the game. We don't have to run up and down. We know be more athletic and more solid these teams here. You know, we just let the game come to us. We try to go all the way. We try to carry this back to South Andres.
And the scores for the late-night matchups, it was San Sal bouncing back from their first game loss to take down North Long Island 26-21, and South Andres with another win to take down San Sal 34-14. Details of the official opening ceremony for the 34th edition of the North Long Island High Basketball Jamboree in tomorrow's Sportscast. From Millers Park, Long Island, for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
And the National Sports Authority set to hold a home run derby tomorrow in honor of a fallen long-standing employee, Edron Knowles, who made significant contributions to NSA, particularly through his dedicated service at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. His passion for sport left an indelible mark in the organization and the broader sporting community. Organizers saying the derby is more than an event. It's a tribute to the man who's faithfully served the NSA and the athletes of the Bahamas. And that's all the time we have for you for sports on this Friday. I'm Amajal Knowles. Enjoy your weekend.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Imagine putting $25 gas in your car, scanning the QR code, and winning a whole cruise and so much more. Well, that could be you with the New Year, New Things promotion happening right now at Rubis. From now until March 27, spend $25 or more in fuel and win one of our amazing prizes, such as $500 worth of Rubis gift cards, Fidelity prepaid Visa cards, BPL vouchers, a 3-night stay at the Margaritaville Hotel, a PS5, and we'll be sending a lucky person on a cruise. I can't wait to see what you win. It's New Year, New Things with Rubis. Don't forget, spend $25 or more, scan the QR code, fill out the form, upload your receipt, enter, and win. That's my boo. I ain't getting leave. I can see y'all on the cruise. Don't leave me, don't leave me.
You're looking at a shot of the Capitol at night. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Shane Gibson. It's time now to take a trip to Bimini. Let's go.
Thanks, Marlena. American Airlines is the first international air carrier providing service from Miami into Bimini. And as Corvell Pyfrom tells us tonight, with the South Bimini Airport expansion set to be completed this summer, even more happy days may be ahead for the country's gateway island.
Soon, Bimini's airport, which just started welcoming American Airlines flights from Miami, will be able to accommodate even more larger aircraft from international providers as the airport's now crammed spaces are undergoing a major expansion. This will see the current single edifice facility transformed into one 30,000 square feet international terminal and another nearly 6,000 square feet domestic lounge, along with spaces for customs, immigration, police, and retail. Deputy Prime Minister and Tourism and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper.
We are expanding and revitalizing more than 14 airports across our islands. Bimini has been a key plank in this project. As you saw already, it's taking great shape. Last time I was here a few weeks ago, it was not as such at the stage it's at now.
TPM Cooper in Bimini this weekend to welcome American's inaugural flight into Bimini, also given a progress report on the airport's expansion work being done by Bimini Airport Development Partners. Jeremy Eby is one of the group's directors.
We've essentially met regulation requirements here to make this airport fully functional, and one that now an American Airlines can fly into comfortably. You see the fire and safety provisions we provided for this airport at the jump, at the outset of this development.
Mike Shute, another director, says already the project is paying huge dividends for locals.
On the airport operations side, there's been a big expansion as well, and there's been approximately 25 additional staff members, all Biminites, who have been hired in to support the airport operations, and particularly with the expansion of the air service with American coming in. So that's just the beginning.
So confident about the progress being made here in Bimini and pleased with the cooperation they are receiving from the government that developers are now ready to raise expectations and say that the work could be completed ahead of its summer 2026 deadline. In South Bimini for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Thanks, Corvell. And without any further ado, we get your Entertainment Friday started with Cupid.
You know what time it is? All the way! Come on, baby. Hurt me fire. Hot, 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 hot. Oh Lord, so hot, yeah. You uncircumcised man, the world will know what you do. One shot, one chance, this music will make you dance. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, baby, come hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. Hurt me with the music. Oh, Lord, hurt me with the music. Hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. Oh, hurt me with the music. Oh, Lord, hurt me with the music. Call it, bring the music. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, baby, come hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, baby, come hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, baby, come hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. I want you to hurt me. Ay, 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 ay. Bring in the music. Goat skin and glory. Go, mama, go. Doing the footwork. Go, Robbie, go. They be doing the footwork. Go, Papa, go. Doing the footwork. They be doing the footwork. Oh, lale, lale. Oh, lo, lo, le, lale. Right as footwork. You don't need no instructions. You can do what you wanna do. Ooh. People coming together, blissful, happy smiles. But if you want some instructions, Lord, get ready to do you do. You see, right foot, left foot, slide and snap. Bend low, lips low, bring it back. Hands up, waistline, give it a clap. Turn to the side and take one tap. Doing the footwork. They be doing the footwork. They be doing the footwork. Oh Lord, they be doing the footwork.
Incredible performance, Cupid, and we can't wait to hear the new album, of course. But getting hurt by the music right after Valentine's Day is a little bit rough.
Interesting ask, yes. Yeah. Can't wait to hear it.
Right. That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. But before we close, we want to take a moment to recognize a key part of the team, Kyson Miller, whose final day was yesterday at ZNS. Thank you for your work behind the scenes, including your incredible drone shots that have helped to elevate our storytelling time and time again.
All the very best, Kyson. We wish you continued success in your next chapter, and we know that your professionalism, your talent, and your bright and bubbly personality will be missed.
Absolutely.
And for everyone else, stay tuned for the Rundown with Howard Grant. Good night, everybody. Have a safe weekend.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.